This is the Astros Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Houston Astros, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Well, that wasn't fun. The Astros tonight lose to the Texas Rangers by a final of 1-0 as they drop the pitcher's duel, as Jacob deGrom gets the better of Hunter Brown tonight as the Rangers take game one of the 4-game weekend series between these two in the Lone Star Showdown, or whatever they're calling it these days. The Astros drop back to 1 game over 500 with the loss tonight on the night where your starting pitcher was tremendous. And it stinks to do that. They gave him absolutely no support, but you always have to tip your cap to the other side because Jacob deGrom is one of the better pitchers in baseball, even though he's coming back from Tommy John and everything, and a lot of injuries over the years. When he's pitched, guy's always been filthy. He was probably the best pitcher in baseball there when he got signed by the Rangers, and then, of course, when the injury happened. So those kind of things do happen. Thanks for sticking around, by the way, for the little bit of a delay we had to the start of the show tonight. For some great reason, the power in our neighborhood decided to go off like 10 minutes before the game ended. And what do you know? The internet took forever to kick back in. So that was the part of the delay. The internet's back. Power was off for like a minute, came back on. Weird things happen. But the Astros lose tonight. That was not weird necessarily because they went out there and they played a game where, look, they got beat. There's no shit. To me, I know I have a lot of nights where I come on here and I'm not necessarily happy with what's going on. But tonight, I'm not even really mad. You just got beat by a better pitcher. Here's what you're going to be talking about from this one.
This is what you'll be talking about.
I mean, yeah, you're going to talk about, of course, that the Astros bats didn't do anything. But again, to me, more than anything else, it's about Jacob deGrom going out there and doing his job, which his job is to get the Astros out at a high clip. And that's what he's done this year. And the guy's 4-1 with a 2.29 ERA. And it's not like the Astros start on the other side was bad, obviously. I mean, he made one pitch to Jake Berger, who hit it out to right field. Jake Berger, who's been horrible this year for the Texas Rangers, just recently got sent down to the minor leagues. He's been that bad. He made one pitch, and Berger put a swing on it, on a cutter that didn't get far enough out over the outside corner of the plate, and he rode it out to the right center field bullpen, 394-foot home run. And that was it, literally. That was it. Hunter Brown gave up 3 hits tonight. The Astros produced 5. I think you're going to be mad about anything from the baseball game. They had some opportunities, runners to score in position. They were 0 for 3 with that. They left 7 men on base in the game. Those are the things that you get mad about. I think you walk away from this one more than anything else is, and I'm not trying to – this is a good question. I'm not trying to sugarcoat this. This isn't sugarcoating this. Like, sports are hard. That's just the truth. Baseball is a tough game. And if you guys don't – like, look, it's your right to have your feeling on it however you want. I can watch another team play at times and go, you know what? They were just better. And they weren't like tremendously better tonight. Their pitcher was just slightly better. Slightly, like the thinnest of margins. He didn't give up the one swing. Sure, the Astros had some opportunities, but he limited it like Hunter Brown did. And look, the Rangers had an inning where they had a leadoff double, and guess what he did? He limited the damage. I think so often we always think about offense in baseball, and we forget to analyze the pitching is the biggest reason why you win. That's it. Every time. It's why you go out there and win baseball games. Run prevention is a big deal. And here's the truth of it. We talked about it last night. The Rangers are slightly ahead of the Astros this season when it comes to run prevention, which is crazy. I didn't expect them to be there. Not that I thought they'd be bad by any means, but I didn't expect them to be slightly better than the Astros. We're talking about two teams that, and actually it's even now. They had been slightly ahead. Both of these teams have allowed 154 runs on the season. 154. It's elite. It's top 5 in Major League Baseball. And that's why it's not sugar. Yes, I'm upset about it that they went out there and they look like the Astros again tonight. They can't hit. Okay? But there is also a guy on the other side of things that's getting paid an absorbent amount of money at times, like Jacob deGrom is, to be an ace. And we can't have it both ways where we can acknowledge that, oh, the Astros ace went out there and he did his thing tonight. But at times you have to acknowledge that the ace of the other team goes out there and does his thing as well. There's a reason why Jacob deGrom makes basically $40 million a year. Now, he hadn't lived up to that contract at this point, but he's healthy now. And guess what he's doing this season? He's pitching like a $40 million a year pitcher. And he did it again tonight. And I can acknowledge that. That's all I'm saying. And again, I'm not trying to take anything away from you. You guys can be mad. You guys can have your own feelings. But for me tonight, this wasn't one of those games that got me riled up. I guess that's what I'm saying at the core of it. Like, this isn't one of those games that irritated me. I didn't have a high expectation for tonight. I don't have a high expectation for the Astros at the plate any night. It frustrates me, yes. Irritates me to no end, because this all goes back to how you built your baseball team and how you put it together and how you didn't plan for all the contingencies that you had. It was a poor plan. And then you had a lot of guys not step up, and you've had your biggest bat missing. You have one player declining. You have all these things that are happening. And it's frustrating. It's absolutely frustrating. To me, that's what gets me more hot and bothered than anything else, is thinking about how you didn't plan for all this. I've said it once, and I will say it a million times. Since they lost a little bit of it, of course, when they lost Jeff Luhnow. But they held it together because James Click was a analytically driven front office that still made smart, rational decisions. And I'm telling you, they lost their way. All that stuff that people said forever about the Astros or I should say Jim Crane and Jerry Jones, all those things, it's true. It is absolutely true. That's what they've turned into. You've got an owner that makes decisions all the time and in a GM that's not a GM, and that's why you've gotten here offensively. Poor planning, sitting around on your thumbs and expecting it just to be the exact same every year like it always has been. And it's just not going to happen. At some point, it comes back to bite you in the backside. And offensively, it's biting them in the backside. Pitching-wise, they're fine. They're elite still pitching-wise. They're going to be elite pitching-wise for quite some time. It's going to keep them winning baseball games, keep them competitive, keep them being a team that can make the postseason every single season. We see it again tonight. And you do hate, and I hate too, that you've gone out there and you've wasted a night where Hunter Brown was tremendous. And Hunter Brown takes an L in this game, and the dude gave up 1 run. 1. He dropped his ERA tonight. He's got a 1.43. He struck out 9. He didn't walk anybody. He allowed 3 batters to reach base in the game. One of them, of course, circled the bases. And that dude has to take the L. And it drives me nuts as much as it does all of you. But this wasn't, again, one of those games where I sat back and I went, yeah, it's not like they were facing a guy that's got like a 4.50 ERA coming into the game. They're facing a he's got multiple Cy Youngs. Multiple. He's a guy that's got a career ERA of 2.53. If he didn't have a late start to his big league career and then a bunch of injuries when he was in it, he would be without a doubt, first ballot Hall of Famer. But he's just not going to have all the mass numbers that you need to get there. He's going to be one of those guys that you'll always remember as, oh my God, he was so elite, but he just couldn't ever stay healthy. So, you lost this one. Give it to the Rangers tonight. Hopefully come right back tomorrow. Find a way to get game number 2. Let's take a look at game number 2. You worried about it? Talk about it next here in the Locked On Astros Postcast. Well, are you looking to get your supplies? Get the supplies you need from the site from the Skilled Trades Supply House. Whether you're in plumbing, HVAC, or electrical work, Supply House is the reliable way to order products online. Their easy-to-use website is packed with helpful resources and the latest product info to help you get the job done right. Plus, with a complete inventory of over 200,000 parts from 400-plus top brands, you'll find exactly what you need delivered fast from coast to coast. Need help with an order? Supply House offers expert support and industry-leading service, so you'll always talk to a real person. And for trade pros looking for an extra edge, their free Trade Master program offers exclusive perks like a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every order. Thousands of skilled professionals are already taking advantage. Now it's your turn. Join the Trade Master program at supplyhouse.com/TM and start ordering plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies with just a few clicks. Plus, use promo code SH5 for 5% off your first order. That's supplyhouse.com. Before we get back to our Astros discussion, I want to tell you guys about FanDuel. NBA playoffs are in full swing, and every night delivers highlight-worthy performances, major momentum shifts, and can't-miss moments. Whether it's a game-winning shot or a breakout player, there's never been a better time to get in on the action. FanDuel makes it easy to stay in the game before the tip-off and live with player props, performance trends, and same-game parlays. Fans have more ways than ever to play smart and win big. New to FanDuel? It's a perfect time to sign up. Head to FanDuel.com and place your first $5 bet. If it wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets. Make every moment more with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. One final message before we get back to the discussion on the Astros. Are you looking for the snack that is both, nutritious and delicious? Crack into a good source of protein with Wonderful Pistachios. Wonderful Pistachios is one of the highest protein nuts. Each 1 ounce serving has 6 grams of protein, giving you over 10% of your daily value. Plus, they're packed with fiber and better for you unsaturated fats to help keep you feeling fuller longer. Personally, I absolutely love the no shells variety. It's the perfect grab-and-go snack for busy days, whether I'm sitting here at this desk, out on the road, or just looking for that quick protein boost that, yes, I do need. They're always my go-to. And if you love cracking open every shell for that satisfying crunch, the in-shell option is also, of course, a classic favorite. Get snacking and get cracking with a snack that packs the protein punch. Visit wonderfulpistachios.com. Astros dropped game 1 of 4 this weekend to the Texas Rangers. The first time that these two teams have seen each other, mid-May. I feel like these two teams usually get together at some point in April. This feels a little bit late to start it, but it's a frustrating night. The Astros, stink. It is what it is. Great question here, Marcus. No, I do not have a new water heater yet. I'm going to get a new water heater. I'm just trying to, not spend an arm and a leg. I appreciate you being concerned. I didn't realize how expensive it was to have one installed. I've been thinking about doing it myself, but I don't know if I trust myself to do all that. So thank you again for your concern. I'm still taking cold showers over here. The Astros lose tonight to the Rangers by a final of 2-1. It is what it is. Not 2-1, excuse me. I'm looking at a different score here in front of my face. 1-0. The Astros lose to the Rangers tonight in the pitcher's duel. It stinks. It is what it is. I wish that the Astros would, come out and find a way to hit. And tomorrow night's not going to be easy either. They're going to go out there and they're going to face off against the Rangers once again, and they're going to face Nathan Eovaldi. And now Eovaldi is a guy that, they have a history against some of these guys do, and they've had some success against them as well. The question is going to be is which Lance McCullers is going to show up. Lance is going to want to bring it. It's going to be a big game for him. He loves facing the Rangers. He's never backed down from that. But the question marks are still very much there. Right now, it doesn't feel great that the Astros will bounce back. I'm not going to lie to you because this offense this season has been so atrocious. Eovaldi, by the way, has been great this season. It's part of the reason why the Rangers have the record that they do, because if they did not have the pitching that they are getting this so far this season, they, like the Astros, would have a terrible record. It's the truth. So we'll see what happens. Of course, when the game ends tomorrow night, you'll join me right here live for the Locked On Astros Postcast for what is hopefully, please, say it to the baseball heavens, the Astros are going to find a way to get some hits, pop a couple of home runs, do whatever it might take to get the victory, and we'll be talking about a win. You guys enjoy the rest of your Thursday night. We'll talk again tomorrow night on the Locked On Astros Postcast.